Sä oot 1 miljoonasta, joka tekee töitä. Minä syön sinun verran, vittu huora. Sinä neekeri pidät vittu turpaskin ja käyttänyt hyvin, sä olet Suomessa.
People are pissed. They've voiced their opinions. They've proposed policies, specifically as it relates to immigration, specifically as it relates to government spending and how you deal with this, and they have been ignored. And so now you hear them yelling. Well, who was it who said riots are the language of the unheard? Speaking of exceptions, we used to think of this country as a country of Americans, right? It's not anymore. It's a geographical region with some succubi, people who come here to take advantage of our system. And of course, we have elected leaders who pander to them for votes. But the good news is there are enough actual Americans still left that public shaming works. This is a contrast in Columbus and Buffalo, two places that either did or were going to raise the Somali flag around our Independence Day festivities. That brings us to Islam in the United States, Somalia. It's just incompatible. So, oh, jeez, what is with the spilling everything?
Just spill stuff.
Whoa, whoops.
Son of a gun.
Well, there goes my notepad. I mean, look at all this. This was a gold mine.
That's the beginning.
It says, "Hey Jude," cartoons. There's a drawing of Muhammad there exploding. It's gone. I remember that. Lost to the
We can auction
annals
it
of time.
That's the first symptom of ALS. I'll just say.
Oh, boy.
Spilling shit everywhere.
Someone get Jerry Lewis.
Oh, I thought you meant drawing Muhammad.
So, first example, Buffalo. In honor, first example, Buffalo.
Hello.
In honor of Somali Independence Day. By the way, independent from what?
I know. From stuff like air conditioning, cars,
exactly. Yeah.
you know, roads, fucking indoor plumbing.
No longer will we be burdened by an 81 average IQ. All right, okay,
Go put
down
a
to
frisbee in
70.
your lower lip.
Bang another sister.
That's generous.
Raise your forehead. The city of Buffalo decided to hold a flag raising ceremony, not the American flag.
So this flag will be raised all the way to the top over there, and this is the City Hall in Buffalo, New York.
Flag raising is.
And that is the flag of America.
Yes!
Okay, so a couple of things. This was city-sanctioned, just to be clear. Council member David A. Rivera wrote, this special ceremony is an opportunity to recognize and celebrate the rich heritage. Rich heritage.
Like
We're using that word. Culture, contributions to Buffalo's Somali community together, blah, 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 blah. So it was city-sanctioned, okay? I just can't read the rest of it. And I think this is treason. Remember, the United States classifies Somalia as a terrorist safe haven. To raise not just a foreign nation, to raise a foreign adversarial, hostile, terrorist safe haven nation's flag around our Independence Day at a sanctioned government building, treason. It's not getting close. It is to me, just to be clear. And they canceled their 4th of July fireworks also to rub salt in the wound. Now, they said it was because they couldn't find the right place to do it. Bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And also, when they're talking about the rich heritage and contributions, we don't have them in Buffalo. Well, let's talk about Somalis in Minnesota. 81% are on some form of welfare. Over $1 billion stolen in welfare fraud scams. And over a third of them don't speak English at all. Okay? They're not. We don't need your doctors. We don't need your engineers. Let's look at the definition of treason. You guys tell me if you think I'm an extremist. I think these people should be charged with, put on trial for treason. Definition: the offense of attempting by overt acts to overthrow the government of the state to which the offender owes allegiance, or to kill or personally injure the sovereign or the sovereign's family. Well, that's a different one. That's not applying here. But
that'll be a year from now.
Yeah. Raising your flag, raising the American flag, is to say, my allegiance is to this country, this nation above all other nations. To raise another nation's flag, and yes, particularly around July 4th, is to show greater allegiance or to give greater importance to a foreign nation, one that is hostile and a terrorist safe haven. At the very least, it's a legal gray area.
By the way, it wouldn't have offended the 17 people that decided to show up for that.
Right.
Yeah, how many
come on, what are we
Somalis
doing
in
here?
Buffalo, number one?
You'd think all of them would show up. None of them work.
You notice Somalis are very big since Trump went after Minneapolis and all the fraud.
Yes.
You notice you can't put on the news right now without Somali, how great it is.
It was like Haitians for a while.
And
Like,
Haitians.
hey,
Yeah,
right,
that's
he's
right.
cookies.
Yeah.
But the other day you mentioned, it's not like it's a lesser country. It's arguably the worst of all countries.
It's the worst.
And
maybe
that's what
you
I
could
hate
argue
the
maybe
most about
Sudan.
this kick the can World Cup thing is that we're taking America down to their level.
Yes.
That's the only
Don't
time
get me
where we
started on this.
Yeah.
We
It's,
won't.
it's where we're suddenly on the same level
Couldn't
as
disagree more. We'll talk. We'll save it for Mug Club.
they're
I
allowed
got
to
a reason.
compete.
We're
with
not
us.
going to save it
I
for
have a
Mug Club.
reason. Fair.
Arguably the worst country.
Fair.
I don't even know if you could. It is
Name a country,
affection.
yeah.
Somalia probably.
Name a contribution. I don't mean to the Buffalo community. What'd you
Anywhere.
contribute? Go. Somalia. Anything. Anything.
Mustache wax.
I think maybe
women.
some kind of new rapier sword to try and decapitate,
Unbelievable. I can't believe
Doubt
we
it.
even have these
Probably
discussions.
just stole that from
They probably
somebody
just
else.
stole it. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Buffalo, they did that. That's terrible. Now Columbus, they were going to. So this was yesterday. The Columbus Parks and Rec Department put out a post saying that City Hall would be raising the Somali flag. And then they got massive blowback,
Yes.
and it was deleted. Now their claim, just to be clear, is that the post was a mistake. It was a goof. Spokesperson for the mayor's office said, "While the city recognizes and respects the aspirations of people around the world to live in freedom, this post was inaccurate and has been deleted." No, it's very clear. Here's the truth. That's clearly a lie. They are on record, meaning Columbus, passing multiple resolutions to celebrate Somali Independence Day. Here's an example from 2023. To celebrate Somalia's Independence Day and recognize the raising of the Somali flag at the Ohio State House.
State House?
They only changed course because of public pressure. Also, I don't think that someone raising the Somali flag, the Somalian flag, I don't think that in any way symbolizes their desire to live in freedom. They're raising the flag of a nation that has never had any.
Yeah, raise our flag, the nation that gave you freedom.
Yes. So then they go, oh, that was just a mistake. No, it wasn't. That means that what you do works. So when people say there are no feedback mechanisms, no. You still do have the power. You still can exert public pressure. Keep in mind, Ohio, not all, I don't want to, but it's a horrible place. This is a state
Mostly,
that
yeah.
elected this guy
Not
2
all.
times.
Not all Ohio.
This little girl. You want to come over here and give me a little snuggle? My daughters are at home, and I haven't been able to get a snuggle from them, huh?
What?
A snuggle? Can you smile at the cameras?
Now you're molesting them.
Oh my
You just want
God.
to.
By the way, if you want to call the Columbus Mayor's office, the phone number is 614-645-7671, or you can email officeofthemayor@columbus.gov. Keep it civil, keep it respectful, but let them know, especially if you are in Columbus or you're in
Yeah.
Ohio, that you have a problem with it.
Ow.
Yes, this is traitorous, but so
What happened, Gerald?
Somebody put a tack in my... See, what are we, in 4th grade or something?
Who would do such an inconvenient thing?
It is I, the Phantom of the Studio!
Applejack, what are you doing? Where are you?
Yeah, I'll just head out. Hey, do you have any more of that creatine? Prices are everywhere, jacked up like crazy.
Yeah, well, you're a big boy. You just go to foundationdaily.com and get 40% off when you subscribe. You can do it yourself.
Wow, a 40% discount just for me?
No, not at all. Why would it be just for you?
I don't know, I just thought it could be.
It's not. I'm sorry about the tack, Gerald.
It's going to bleed.
Anyways, it's not just from you guys. Can know foundationdaily.com. Creatine is the single most researched supplement of all time. Recover better, be stronger, sharper mind. We now know what it does with cognitive decline. And hey, there you go. We have the best price there, and it's guaranteed 99.9% pure. It's Creativitalis. Creativitalis? Creativitalis. Creativitalis. Creativitalis?
Vitalis.
Think Vitalis.
Vitalis, motherfucker.
I've been taking it for over a decade, and I just can never say it right.
By the way, have you ever seen a Somalian pirate hit by a water cannon or a sound cannon?
No, but I want to.
It's delightful.
Can you actually watch it? Are you sure they're Somalian?
Well, pirates and rowboats coming out after yachts.
Well, that's
The non-lethal methods of protection on the ocean. You can't have guns.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, let's bring those up for Rumble Premium for
How
Mud
about
Club.
grenades, rocket launchers?
Well, the water cannons, it's an unlimited source. So you just pump it right out of the sea and blast them.
Yeah, and if I did, I wouldn't even filter it. They're like, I got hit in the face with a starfish.
Like a mackerel.
Throw a bar of soap when you shoot it on.
I just go where I know there's a lot of jellyfish with the. Finland.
Yeah.
There's no good way to get to Finland. It's just so boring. But tensions in Finland now are boiling over quite a bit. And it's funny because Finland took a while because a lot of the refugees under Obama, they went to Finland and they left because I thought it was too cold and it was too boring. But now, there's so many migrants that they're like, I guess Finland will do. And people there are fed up with it too.
Minä syön sinun verran. Voi neekeri, kuule, jos sä oot 1 miljoonasta, joka tekee töitä. Minä syön sinun verran, vittu huora. Sinä neekeri pidät vittu turpas kiinni ja käyttänyt hyvin, sä olet Suomessa.
The N-word!
Tämä on minun koti! Tämä on minun koti, huora! Pidä vittu tälläkin. Neekerillähän vittu on hienot vaatteet. Kamas.
Now, people will see this and say what he's saying is, and yeah, of course, the way he's saying, that's not what you should say, but I guarantee you, it's reflective of a sentiment of policy failure.
Mä oon veteraanien jälkeläinen. Mun isovanhemmat taisteli, että tää maa vittu on olemassa. Sä viet mun rahoin. Mulle jää vähemmän kuin mitä sä saat. Ja teidän ihmiset ei ole kiitollisia. Ei, kuuntele.
And you're seeing a real shift in European politics in general for very good reason. Let me give you some numbers here. The Muslim population in Finland in 2010 was about 42,000. Today it's 150,000.
Gee.
Now you might just say, well, who cares unless you're a racist? All right, well, let's look at some crime statistics. Yeah. If you look at immigrants versus the native Finns, Syrians are 15 times more likely to commit some kind of sexual assault or sexual offense. Afghan immigrants, 12.3 times more likely. Iraqis, 10.5 times more likely. Somalis, 6.5 times more likely. Better. They just don't have the stamina to get it done most of the time.
Yeah, really. 11 pounds.
So this is what's happening. You're going to see, you could either deal with this through policy, where, maybe 42,000 before it gets to 150,000. Once it gets to 50, 60,000, and people say this is a problem, it's unsustainable, they're incompatible, you do something. Instead, European representatives have told their own population, you know what, you guys are racist, you guys need to accept it. Now they deal with the crimes, now they deal with the financial non-viability of their countries, and they become more aggressive. You breed more vitriol. But I will say the woman in Texas obviously said it much better. You guys saw this. Her Give, Send, Go, by the way, is up to $240,000 right now. This lady. Yeah. Wow. So you can go and give to her. Hey, you may not, here's the thing. You may not like the way that she said it, or certainly I would disagree with the way the guy there, the words he was using. That's not how I would approach it. But I guarantee you, if you sat this guy down, he could give you an explanation. And he was probably pissed at the end of his rope, and that's how I'm done. We need to be done with embodying someone, crystallizing them in a moment of frustration.
Yeah.
Okay? People are pissed. They've voiced their opinions. They've proposed policies, specifically as it relates to immigration, specifically as it relates to government spending and how you deal with this, and they have been ignored. And so now you hear them yelling. Well, who was it who said riots are the language of the unheard?
That's what I heard. Well, listen, mean words, fine. What was he saying? You better pay attention to what these people are saying, because it is happening very, very quickly that people are losing patience and going, fine, screw it. Nobody's going to do anything about this. I will.
Well, they're calling our
bluff. He was speaking Finnish, and she didn't understand a word he said.
Right.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's the globalists. Like I said, the 10 people running the planet.
Sure.
They have a plan, and they're calling our bluff. They're saying the everyday American's not going to get off his ass and pick up a gun and stop. This is a big play, and it's headed to one direction. I'm glad I'm 64. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, there have been some wins, though, significant wins with President Trump have been going on. And I think people need to realistically assess, okay, when do you get that point where you've crossed the line of no return? We're not there. That's why we fight like hell every day. But once it gets to that point, you need to have an honest conversation with yourself. That's why you'll never hear me say that political violence is never appropriate. Certainly isn't right now.
It's how
There's definitely a time where it will be. Vagina. is exactly what I would say if I wasn't here on YouTube. So go and subscribe on Rumble. Same channel where free speech is actually alive and well. Or you can stay here and the